Have you ever noticed how quickly a good day can turn into a bad one? Nothing changes. Your life is the same, your progress is the same, your achievements are the same. And then you see someone else, someone your age buying a house, someone getting married, someone building a business, someone traveling the world, someone achieving the thing you've been working towards for years. And suddenly, what felt enough 5 minutes ago doesn't feel enough anymore. I've always found that strange, how another person's life can change the way we see our own. Not because they've done anything wrong, but because comparison has a way of making us forget our reality and become obsessed with someone else's. And honestly, I don't think social media created comparison. I think it industrialized it. Before, you compared yourself to a few people, friends, neighbors, co workers. Now you compare yourself to thousands every day. People you're not supposed to know, people you'll never meet, people showing you carefully edited moments from their lives. And somehow your brain treats all of it as real evidence that you're behind in life, behind in success, behind in relationships, behind in money, behind in happiness. It's exhausting. And what's interesting is that comparison rarely works in our favor. Have you noticed that? When we compare ourselves, we almost never compare downward. We don't look at the thousands of people who would love to have our opportunities. We look at the one person who seems ahead, the one person who has what we don't, the one person who appears happier, richer, smarter, more successful. And suddenly, that's all we can see. I think that's why comparison feels so heavy, because it turns life into a race nobody agreed to participate in. A race where the finish line keeps moving. You reach one goal, then immediately notice someone who's further ahead. You achieve something you've wanted for years, then find somebody who achieved more. And before you know it, you're unable to enjoy your own life because you're busy measuring it against somebody else's. But here's the part that nobody talks about. Comparison isn't always about jealousy. Sometimes it's grief. Grief for the life you thought you would have by now. Grief for the version of yourself you imagined becoming. Grief for expectations that never happened. And I think that's why comparison hurts so much. Because often we're not actually looking at other people, we're looking at our own disappointments reflected through them. That's why two people can see the exact same successful person and react completely differently. One feels inspired, the other feels inadequate. The difference isn't the successful person. The difference is the story each person tells themselves. And maybe that's the real problem. Not that other people are succeeding, but that we've started treating somebody else's timeline as proof that we're failing. As if life has a schedule, as if everyone is supposed to achieve the same things at the same age, at the same speed, in the same order. But life doesn't work like that. Some people find love at 22, some at 42, some build a company at 25, others discover their purpose after 50. And yet we keep acting as if there's one correct timeline for everyone. There isn't. There never was. And honestly, I think social media has made people forget how little they actually know about other people's lives. You see the promotion, not the anxiety. You see the relationship, not the arguments. You see the success, not the years of uncertainty. You see the result, not the cost. And then you compare your entire reality to someone else's highlight reel. Of course, you'll feel behind. Anybody would. Maybe that's why comparison never brings peace. Because no matter how much you achieve, there will always be someone with more. More money, more beauty, more recognition, more success, more attention. The game cannot be won. And maybe that's the freedom. Realizing that it was never your game to begin with. Because your life was never supposed to be a copy of somebody else's. It was supposed to be yours. And maybe the question isn't, am I ahead or behind? Maybe the better question is, am I becoming the person I want to become? Because that's a race you can actually win. If this episode resonated with you, follow the Voice of Becoming on Spotify And join me again next Monday at 9 p.m. Until then, take care of yourself.